I'm joined now by Vincent Collette, who is a sessional instructor at the First Nations University of Canada in the Indigenous Languages Department. Vincent, when you look at these census numbers, what do they tell you about the number of people speaking Indigenous languages in Saskatchewan?
I think there's some positive things that have been done, but for languages that have a lot more speakers, like Plains Cree, it went down by about like 2,000 speakers. And according to me, this is an alarming situation because a lot of people speak Plains Cree and Woods Cree and Swampy Cree in Saskatchewan. So if it goes down from 2,000 speakers every 5 years, that means that in the census of 2066 or whatever, I'll be a grandfather and nobody's going to speak Plains Cree anymore.
That seems significant that nobody would be speaking Cree, one of what the perception would be the most popular Indigenous languages in our province. Why is that happening?
Well, it's a very complex problem that touches on history, on social exclusion, and of course on residential schooling, right? People sort of stopped speaking their language in the 60s, 70s, 50s, and 30s, even here in Saskatchewan. The work that we do here in First Nations University is maybe not train fluent speakers, because this is something that's very hard to do, but we give the necessary intellectual and grammatical tools to enhance the level, the language fluency of semi-speakers or beginners, or even rememberers by the same token. Lakota is probably the language that's most at risk in Saskatchewan, followed closely by Lakota, which has like 2 speakers left, and Dakota, even though it has 220 speakers, that's not a lot. Under 1,000 speakers, I don't think it's viable.
Is there anything else we should be keeping in mind? There seems to be a lot of interest in wanting to document these languages and get people speaking them and connecting them to their culture. Is there anything else that should be done?
Well, frankly, I'm going to tell you what I think. What should have been done was to document it and develop some curriculum to teach it in elementary school, but this was not done when it was the time to do it. That is in the 80s. We're at least 30 years too late for many of these languages. That should have been done in the 1980s. But what the government was doing at that time was dealing with Quebec separatism, land-based government, and so on. So I don't think it was in the agenda back in the days. But now, since there's like 2-3 speakers left of many of these languages, especially in British Columbia, now it's alarming all of a sudden. But that should have been done 30 years ago, according to me.
And you think it's too late?
I don't think it's too late, but it's 2 minutes to midnight.
Thanks.
That's for sure.
Thanks for your time, Vincent.
Thank you very much.